Thinking about contentment, I want to tell you this story. My cousin is my best friend. We were born about 4 months apart, and so we've grown up together. And so I had, right after college, I got a Sea-Doo is what I had. One of those jet ski things. You sit on the bench and you just go. So my cousin and I went to the lake, and we got on the Sea-Doo, and we were so excited. It was a beautiful day. It was awesome. So I sat down, and I was driving. He got behind me, and he hugged me like this. We had our life jackets on, and we spent the day just riding around. And by the end of the day, our faces are red, our hair is blown back, we're tired, and we pull back into the little marina to be able to trailer up the Sea-Doo and take it home. And we see some people that we know, and they're pulling into the marina too. And so we look over and we wave at them and say, "Hey, how are you?" And they look over and they wave, "Hey, how are y'all?" And at that moment, it hit me. I'm on the Sea-Doo with my cousin hugging me, with my face sunburned, with my hair straight up, and they are in a ski nautique. Which, if you don't know boats, that's like an awesome ski boat. And the two guys have got their shades on, and they look like they just came off of like a Solaflex commercial, like a Peloton commercial. I mean, something. And the two girls are in the back, and they're like just out of a shampoo commercial, just hair waving. And I've got my cousin hugging me with my life jacket up to my shoulders, or off my shoulders up to the sides of and I waved. And at that moment, it was like, wah, 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 wah. I just felt so silly. I felt embarrassed. I felt like, the cool kids are over here, and me and my cousin are over here, and here we are. They got the nautique. We got the Sea-Doo. They got the shampoo commercial. I got my cousin. We got this whole thing. I mean, it's just like wah, 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 wah. And at that moment, I was like, I love that Sea-Doo. I love that time. We were so excited about going to the lake. And then it just felt And my contentment went rock bottom, down to the very bottom, into the basement. And let me just submit to you this. There's always going to be a ski nautique that's going to pull up next to your Sea-Doo. There's always going to be somebody prettier. There's always going to be somebody smarter. There's always going to be somebody richer. There's always going to be somebody more successful. There's going to be always somebody this, that, whatever it is, whatever game we're all playing, there's going to be somebody else that's going to pull up. And if you got the ski nautique, then you're going to pull up and somebody's going to have a yacht. And if somebody's got a yacht, then they're going to land on their helicopter on their yacht. I mean, it's just going to go on and on and on and on. And contentment seems to be slipping away from us over and over. But Paul says, I want you to get to a place where you say, how God made me, what God gave me, and where God placed me, I'm content. I'm good with that. I'm not only good with that, I'm grateful for that. Because many of us, we're living on fast forward. If I could just find a spouse, fast forward. Now I got the spouse, we could have kids. If we could have kids that could tie their shoes, that would be awesome. If we could have kids that would leave the house, that would be awesome. If we could have kids that come back to the house, that would be great. Now let's have our kids get married so that they can have more kids, so that then we can have grandkids. And then some are living on the rewind button. Oh, I wish my kids were small. If I could just hold that baby again. If my husband was still here on planet Earth. And it seems like what God has given us and the place that God has placed us and how God has made us, we're always looking for something different and something extra, something a little bit more, something a little bit less. We don't want the Sea-Doo. We want the ski nautique. We don't want the ski nautique. We want the yacht. We don't want the yacht. We want the yacht with the helicopter. And it's always fleeting, and it's always running from us. And what Paul is going to say here, he's going to get down to us to saying that Jesus is enough, and we can Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.